It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Baltimore Ravens and the Buffalo Bills. And it's coming up next on Madden Football.
We are 20 minutes south of downtown Buffalo. It is Highmark Stadium here in Orchard Park, New York. Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico and Greg Olson with you. Greg, love this matchup. We got a couple of defensive-minded teams in this one. They love to press the quarterback. They press those wide receivers on the corners. Man, points are going to be tough to come by in this one.
And as good as the defenses think they're going to be entering today's game, Mike, I think it really flips the pressure on the opposing offenses. Make the most of your opportunities. Each possession matters. Don't turn the ball over. Don't be afraid to punt it back and play a little field position. The game within the game, I think, is a critical factor for ultimately who finds himself victorious at the end of this matchup.
The kicker, Tyler Bass, has us ready to start. And off we go from Buffalo. Justice Hill to return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense taking the field for the first time, led by their quarterback, league MVP in 2019 and 2023, Lamar Jackson.
There's just certain guys, Mike, when they take the field and they step into the huddle, the other 10 players, they just take a little bit of a deeper breath. They're like, man, I'm glad this guy is on our side, and he's certainly one of them. He just brings an element of confidence to everybody else around him, not only in the huddle, but on the sideline, on the defense, the coaching staff. Everyone is better as the result of him being your quarterback.
And he's hit behind the line of scrimmage and taken down right away. A loss of yards. What a message on the first play.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Henry rumbles to the first down and more. And finally, they'll bring him down, but he's up beyond the 45-yard line.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
They'll motion over Flowers. On first down, they'll stay on the ground with Henry. And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's second down.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Now Lamar going to hang on to it. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up third down.
Nice job by the defense. They had that one well read from the beginning, Mike. Someone's responsible for the running back, but the key here was the defender responsible for the quarterback. Stays with him, keeps him to a short gain.
Third and long. From the gun, Jackson. That's over the middle to the tight end, Andrews. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. It's the tight end Likely in motion. Play action now. Jackson. He'll get it into the hands of Zay Flowers. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big gain.
They'll run it on first down with Henry. And he'll get maybe a yard. That's it. Christian Benford brings him down. Here's a 2nd and 9. It's the tight end Likely in motion. On play action, here's Jackson. He's got it at about the 8. And he's into the end zone. Mark Andrews. Touchdown, Ravens. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
The kicking team on for the extra point. The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late. Seven 0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. The Buffalo offense set to go to work for the first time. They'll be led by the big fella, 6'5" quarterback Josh Allen.
I think in today's modern NFL, if you had the ability to create a quarterback and all the qualities that come along with it, Josh Allen's at or near the top of the list. And what I mean by that, Mike, is he's big, he's mobile, he can run to escape, but he can also run as a designed option. And then, of course, in the passing game, he can make every throw. He's smart. He elevates those around him. The last piece of the puzzle, can he get over the hump and have that postseason success to really put him in that upper echelon category? You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
On second down, here is Allen. That's taken in. It's James Cook. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
That's complete to his tight end. It's Dawson Knox. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
Throwing again, it's Allen. A pass caught right side by Coleman. 14 on the pickup. Good for a Bills first down.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice first down pickup.
Again, it's Allen to the air. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
Allen going to throw again. That's complete to Coleman. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL, you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a first down.
And that keeps them ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. On the ground, this is James Cook. And he'll be near the first down marker. It's called a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on 3rd down. Throwing is Allen. That's hauled in at the 2. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal.
3rd and inches, you see a lot of teams try to take a shot. Why, Mike? Because they know on 4th and inches, they still have a chance to convert the first down. The shot wasn't there, but they're still able to pick up a nice gain and convert and bring up first down.
No, he's not going to get in. In fact, they've shoved him backwards.
You find yourself as a play caller saying, all right, I only got to get 1 yard and I got multiple plays to do it. What you don't plan for is all of a sudden you're going to go backwards and it changes the entire approach and, frankly, the entire play call sheet that you have to draw from.
That's brought in by the tight end, Knox. And some space opening up as he works it down to the 2. They'll use 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and goal. They'll run. It's Cook. And he's so close to breaking the plane, but the official's going to come in and mark him short. So now it's 4th down. Allen going to make the read and hold on here. And he will take it in himself. Josh Allen, touchdown Buffalo.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down to score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score on the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come over with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Pass's kick is good. And the Bills come right back to tie it at 7. Team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. Here comes a return from the 5. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense ready now for their second drive. We're trying to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. And he's got some space. Up past the 30 to about the 32-yard line. A pickup of 7. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. In motion comes Andrews. Off the play fake, Jackson. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game, and you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
Bateman is the motion man. On play action, he'll set up to throw. That's complete. It's Justice Hill out of the backfield. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. You only get a 1-yard buffer from the line of scrimmage for these old linemen. That time he strayed a little too far, and it draws the flag. Bateman is the motion man. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Oh, they're on him in a crash, and he's lost the football. One of his teammates there to take it back in.
Well, fortunately for this quarterback, Mike, thanks to the alert play by one of his teammates, they're going to prevent this from being a turnover. It's just so hard as the quarterback. You're trying to keep your eyes downfield. You're trying to keep the plays alive. You have to feel the rush. You have to understand when that clock's going off. That ball either needs to come out, or it certainly needs to be protected.
Off the play fake. The pressure gets there, and he goes down. A sack that should be the final play of this first quarter. A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. Pair of 7s on the scoreboard. It's the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back after this. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Now, Jackson. Out quickly to Flowers. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. He gains nothing.
Well, let's give the defense a little credit here. You talk about read and reacting quickly. They recognize the screen right out of the jump, and he's able to beat the blocker to the spot and keep him to no gain.
This will be returned from the other side of midfield, and he'll get a few yards back here on the return before being forced out of bounds. The Bills offense ready to take over for their second possession. We'll have a short field ahead as they look to break our tie. It is 1st and 10. Allen, going to give it to Cook. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the gain to nothing.
They send him right out of the slot. Now Allen to throw on 2nd down. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes. So give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring fourth down right in the face.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. So here's the Baltimore offense getting set for their next drive. They'll work in a tie game here in the second quarter and get started with 1st and 10. On the option, they give it to Henry. He'll work this ahead for 2, maybe 3. Taron Johnson up to make the tackle. They face 2nd down and 7. In motion comes Andrews. Jackson now on 2nd down. And they get to him and finally bring him down. It will go down as a sack.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Hopkins sent in motion. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down and this quarterback's paying the price for it.
Here's Jordan Stout now, as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. That's taken in at the 50. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. So now here comes the Buffalo offense heading back out onto the field. They'll begin with great field position, a short field, in fact, as they start with a 1st down. They go play action now. Here's Allen. That's taken in by Shakir. And he's out of bounds, but not until he gets inside the 25-yard line. That's his 3rd catch of this 1st half, and good enough for a 1st down.
Nice way to start the drive here. Really good protection by the guys up front. Good decision by the quarterback to find his read. Ball's accurate, ball's on time. Now they're able to start this drive and get on the move the right way.
Now Allen on 1st down. That is brought in at the 10. And he'll be taken down.
Mike, you've heard me say it 1,000 times. The easiest down to throw the ball in the NFL is 1st down. I hate when teams wait till later in the possession to throw the ball. So early 1st down completion, you're on the plus side of the field. Now you're thinking strike. Touchdown, field goal. But either way, I'm coming away with points.
To the 5-yard line. Here now, 2nd down and goal. From the gun, it's Allen. Looking for a seam, but will not find one. He'll take this down to the 4-yard line.
Great job in coverage here. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball. He decides to tuck it and turn into a runner. They get to him quickly. Picks up a couple yards, but not enough now. Brings up 3rd down.
Big play coming up. 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, it's Allen. And he's in. Keon Coleman. Touchdown, Bills. Now Bass to tack on the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Bills will move out to a 14-7 lead. Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. This taken in at the 8-yard line. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense ready to get back at it. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Justice Hill. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. It's the tight end Likely in motion. On the handoff, running left is Henry. Running room hard to come by as he'll get ahead for a yard. Matt Milano there to stop him. Here's a 3rd down and 4. The shotgun, here's Jackson. He's going to put it up, take a shot for Hopkins. That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
I'm not going to sit here, Mike, and throw the guy a parade for ultimately what was an incompletion, but can we just take a second to appreciate the arm strength he was able to show there? I mean, I think that ball is over 60 yards in the air, and I won't be surprised if they continue to just air it out and see if they can complete one of those.
And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The Bills offense ready to take over once again. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Allen to throw. He's got that complete to Knox. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. They'll run with Cook. Whoa! And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. From the gun, Josh Allen. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Allen. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
On 1st down, it's Allen. That's to the left side where he's got Kincaid.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
2nd down and 3. To throw again, it's Allen. He'll find his running back, Cook. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a 1st down.
And this is what modern-day running back looks like in the NFL. They want to be able to activate these players in the passing game, no different than they do with the tight ends and the wide receivers. When you look out there and you have a mismatch, you have a linebacker or a safety on your running back, he's expected to win, and that's exactly what he did here.
Taking off, and he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this 1st half. Here's Allen to throw. The 2nd down throw is incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
In motion, Shakir. Allen on 3rd down. He's got the 1st down and more than that.
The most impressive thing about this drive, Mike, has really just been their efficiency. They've just continued to pick up 1st downs, fresh sets of downs. We just saw there with that 3rd down conversion, continue to possess the ball. These opportunities to come away with points continue to go up.
Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. Slot man in motion left. On 1st and 10, it's Allen. A toss left side, caught by his running back.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. One more time going up top with Allen. He keeps it. He is in. Josh Allen. Touchdown, Buffalo. And that is now a pair of rushing touchdowns The quarterback giving it to them, Greg, with his legs in this one.
And we're starting to see, Mike, why this week this coaching staff told us they're encouraging this guy to do this more often. His ability to be a passer, but also a rusher, is an element to this offense that is hard for defenses to account for.
Extra point try by Bass. He's got it. And the Bills will take a 21-7 lead. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Ravens offense going to take over here in the final minute of this first half. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. They'll motion over Flowers. On 1st and 10, Jackson. The left side into the hands of Hopkins. Now the Ravens use their first timeout. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this first half. In motion comes Andrews. 2nd down, Jackson. He'll look Hopkins' way again. This is also complete. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. They get 25 on that connection. 1st down, Baltimore.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the 1st down.
In motion comes Andrews. A 1st down throw for Jackson. He'll complete this one to Rashad Bateman. And he's going to have the 1st down. They're also in field goal range at the 28-yard line. To the air one more time with Jackson. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Rashad Bateman, the intended target. And that will lead to a 2nd down. Jackson up top again. Looking into the middle, there's Flowers. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
come to the line now on 2nd and 2. From the gun, Jackson. That one is caught in the back of the end zone. Zay Flowers. Touchdown, Baltimore.
You know, we spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end the fourth quarter in 2-minute mode. But let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the first half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here going into halftime changes this entire game.
Extra point attempt to come here. He's got it. And the Ravens draw closer here. It's 21-14. Four seconds still to be played in this half as that one's away. Davis now to return it. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. So we have come to halftime here at Orchard Park with the Bills out front. As we'll send you down to Orlando now, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Mike, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to our halftime report. The Bills were led in the first half by their all-world quarterback, Josh Allen. He accounted for 3 touchdowns in that first half, 1 in the air, 2 more on the ground, and he's been electrifying to this point.
Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with the hot hand in this second half, about to get started. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. Davis now to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. So Allen and the Bills getting set for their next possession. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now they're trying to keep it going. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Now Allen. That's brought in by the tight end, Knox. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's Allen to throw. Throw on the run is complete. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. Second and 7. That's Palmer, the man in motion. Allen. This one complete to Palmer. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. Third and a yard. Allen going to keep it on the zone read. And And he is going to have a Bills first down. They're able to convert by plenty on that 3rd and 1.
Sometimes, Mike, the best plan is also the simplest plan. And for this team, just snap the ball to your quarterback, let him find some daylight, and go get that first down himself.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. A carry for Cook. And he's going to struggle to get back to the line. Maybe a yard. Roquan Smith there to bring him down. From the shotgun, it's Allen. He'll air one out for Palmer. That ball incomplete. Got the hands in there to break it up. Could have been a big gainer. Instead, it sets up a 3rd down.
I can sit up here all day, Mike, and we can talk about the missed throw, but I think a lot of the credit has to go to the pass defense. Not only did they do a good job making it difficult for them to complete the pass, but I think they saved the touchdown along the way.
And that is incomplete.
So the defense comes out in a cover 2 shell. And what that means, Mike, is the 2 safeties are going to split the field in half. One guy has one half, and the other guy has the other. There are abilities to get down the middle of the field, especially if you have speed. But really where you can attack it is they don't have enough guys to defend all of the underneath zones. And if you run the right concepts with the right quarterback, you can pick them apart.
The Ravens offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
Hopkins sent in motion. There's a short one caught by Andrews. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
This is a great example of why teams want to stay out of what they call passing downs, where a defense doesn't have to honor the run. In this case, they do, and man, the play-action pass just works off of that and can really lead to some chunk plays.
And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up 3rd down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
That's to the right side. He's got Andrews. He'll get out of bounds, a gain of 8, and that's going to be good enough for a first down.
Well, nothing real fancy here, Mike. Not a huge pickup, but anytime on 3rd down, you got to know where the sticks are, who's your most reliable player, and I think everybody in this booth knows exactly what position that is.
Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. Right back to Andrews. He's got another one. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
They'll motion over Flowers. Jackson now to throw on 1st down. Open man is Bateman. He's got him. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass, get past the 1st down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop. It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Henry rumbles to the first down and more. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
Well, this is the advantage to having a really effective passing game, Mike, as the defense now tries to adjust to stopping you through the air. It's a lot easier to mix it up and run the ball. There's a lot less defenders in there trying to stop you.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. On the ground, they'll go with Hill. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. They'll motion over Flowers. Here's Lamar. He'll keep it on the zone read. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
On 3rd down, Jackson. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete. Zay Flowers, the intended receiver, and that's going to lead to a 4th down.
I like the idea of taking your shot there on 3rd down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up 4th down, you're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6?
This one off the right, upright. He missed it. No good. And they are not able to draw closer.
You can see the body language of the kicker, Mike. Once it left his foot, he was kind of leaning. He was trying to bring that one back towards the middle. But that's the sound you dread as a kicker. It reverberates around the stadium, off the upright, no good.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Josh Allen. A pass caught right side by Coleman. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2. Slot receiver, headed right. From the gun, it's Allen. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
From the 34 now, it's 1st and 10. Putting the tight end in motion. Now the give to Cook, running right. He's going nowhere. Going to lose yardage on that play.
Where a defender makes his tackles tells you a lot about his abilities. And for an interior defensive lineman, Mike, to make plays on the outside of the formation just speaks to his speed, his effort, his ability to run down the line. And we saw it here, and he takes the back down for a loss.
So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. Out of the gun, here's Allen. He connects with Palmer on that one. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
2 first downs, and they're at the 46 now. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Allen. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Now Allen. That's complete to Coleman. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
They'll try and run here with Cook. And he is going to have a Bills 1st down as they get 5 on 3rd and 2.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the 1st down, and they're able to convert.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground with Cook. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. They motion the slot man left. On 2nd down, here is Allen. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
Second down and 8. That's Palmer, the man in motion. Throwing is Allen. The coverage too strong that time. The ball batted away and incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Dawson Knox. And 3rd down coming up.
What did he tell us in our production meeting this week, Mike? He takes such great pride in his coverage abilities, and after that play, it's pretty clear why.
On 3rd down, it's Josh Allen. Taking off, he'll try to get there. He is dangerous when a play breaks down. A pickup of 18.
Here you are at the end of the game. You need a stop. You find yourself trailing. You have everybody covered, and the quarterback gets loose. Those are the plays that just kill a defensive coordinator. You're about to force a punt, about to get the ball back to your offense. Give credit to the quarterback. He made a play when they needed it.
To throw is Allen. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
Another one from the 5, 2nd down and goal. Now a design run. It's Allen. Let's give him a yard down to the 3-yard line.
down in the red zone, design quarterback runs are a handful for defenses to account for. But in this case, give them credit. Not a lot of room to maneuver here for the quarterback, and they keep it to a short game.
Line of scrimmage, the 3. 3rd and goal. Allen will throw. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Khalil Shakir. Touchdown, Bills. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the 4th quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
At issue, was he able to stay in bounds? The NFL rules, you're looking for either 2 feet or a body part that is not a hand to be down with possession of the ball. No bobbling, the ball not moving around. He has control, so that's what the referee is looking at here.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
Here's Bass now for the extra point. He's got it, and the Bills have doubled their advantage. It is now a 28-14 game. Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. Here comes Hill on the return. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. Lamar Jackson and the Ravens headed back out again. And I want to take you through the highlights here. They have been plentiful from the quarterback position. Has the offense running at a high efficiency throughout, and we'll try to sustain it here down the stretch. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. This is Henry. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up 1st downs without having to get to 3rd down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
No motion over Flowers. On 1st and 10, Jackson. That's caught right side. It's Hopkins. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the 1st down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. A give right up the middle to Henry. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. From the gun, Jackson. Looking middle there, but it's incomplete.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
Here now, 3rd and 5. Jackson. This one complete to Bateman. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
Critical 3rd down conversion there, Mike. Now brings up a fresh set of downs. You find yourself here trailing in the 4th quarter. They got to go down and score, and they got to score fast.
A first down throw for Jackson. That is caught. It is Hopkins. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they have an internal clock in their head. How does my protection match up with the rush and the route concept I'm trying to attack downfield? In this case, he's looking downfield, realizes quickly this ball's got to come out, checks it down to his underneath drag, picks up what he can.
Again, it's Jackson. Now he'll run.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
Can they keep this drive rolling? Here is 3rd and inches. It's the tight end Likely in motion. They'll try and run for this with Henry. And he will score! Game on! Derrick Henry. Touchdown, Ravens. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
Not going for 2, they'll kick the point after. The kick is good. And the Ravens are back to within 7. It's 28-21. So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. Davis now to return it. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Bills offense. And Josh Allen head back onto the field. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Allen to throw. There's that man again. Another catch.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
They face second down and 7. That's Palmer, the man in motion. From the shotgun, it's Allen. This one complete to Palmer. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Zone route running, Mike, is very simple. Once you come off the line of scrimmage after the ball is snapped and you know it's zone coverage, as long as it's sort of in the area the quarterback expects you to be, my rule was just run where they're not. And when he throws it, catch it.
Downfield into the hands hands of Keon Coleman. They'll pick up 23 on that one. First down, Buffalo.
Anybody who thought this coach was going to get conservative with this late lead is sadly mistaken, Mike. They're out here still throwing haymakers with this passing game. They're not content with just having the lead. They're looking to increase it.
Allen going to throw again. He's got that complete to Knox. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Again, it's Allen to the air. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. They run out of the gun. It's Cook. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down. Once again, it's Cook. He'll get 4 and down inside the 20-yard line. Third and 5. They'll drop to throw. He gets this complete to Shakir. And the Bills are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. The defense still with all 3 timeouts at their disposal as quarterback's down 2 and 8.
So on 2nd down, they try to hammer it in on the ground, Mike, but now on 3rd and goal, I don't think you had any choice but to put this ball in your quarterback's hands and test this defense through the air.
Victory formation here as he's down 2 and 8.
Tyler Bass for the Bills field goal. A 27-yard attempt. The kick is good.
So the Bills Mafia goes home happy. It's a win for Buffalo. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, they got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did, and that was the difference in this one. And that'll do it For my partner, Greg Olson, for our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Bills are victorious as we say so long from Buffalo.